Welcome in, everybody, to the first week for July's Women's Weekly. We've got two teams here battling it out in a best of 5 to see who will take the first win for the month of July. And we have a few EU players on the pitch, so we're going to do our regular ping check to see what they're working with here. Looks like we've got 112 for Mythra, and then 128, 126, 116 for Pads and Flower on the other side, which is pretty decent. We're going to be running this tournament through private matches moving forward to try to more consistently get these players better ping that want to play from the EU, just make it a little bit more competitively even. And that is a great accidental bump from Mara. I don't know if she meant to do that, but it did delay the defender just enough so that this team could take their first goal. And speaking of teams, let's get their names out there. We've got Hawaiian Pizza on the blue side with Snub, Mara, and Mythra. And then we have Flopazumi. Interesting name from Pads, Flower, and Kazumi. So, you know, the old classic Hawaiian Pizza, and then a new name combination to toss in there for the Orange Gals. And, you know, we're going to see if new name brings you luck or if the old tried and true is what reigns supreme. But so far we have pretty even pressure from the two teams. That's a long clear from Mythra all the way down to the end. Flower's going to safely shepherd that away, and Kazumi is left to pass it upfield. That's going to be Mara intercepting that early into the right wall, followed up in the middle. Mythra looking like she's on a unique car once again. She always tries to pull out, you know, different looking cars. Snub up early for an intercept, and she isn't going to get the second touch, leaving Mara by herself. Pads gets the dunk, and that is open for Flower to sink it. Very good opportunity for the girls in orange to send the equalizer into the back of the net. Pads just being an actual wall, a brick wall on the goal line, and making it that much easier for Flower to help them equalize in game number 1. Now, since there are only two teams, we are left with the best of 5. As I mentioned earlier, Snub going to take the lead once again with an easy goal off the kickoff, pinging off the wall fastly, and the player just couldn't get a read on it to stop it in time. And that is a 1-goal lead for Hawaiian Pizza. And we did have a slightly late start. Players having tech issues, so hopefully this didn't mess up the opposing team too much. It looks like Hawaiian Pizza are taking a commanding lead at this point, just under 2 minutes into the first game, and they're up by 2. Just a slight outplays in the midfield are forcing these poor positions out of Flopazumi. And Hawaiian Pizza are more than happy to take advantage of it. That's going to be a breakaway again. Mythra not close enough on the play to get the goal right away, but it is going to resume in Hawaiian Pizza possession back in their corner. That's Snub up early, trying to get a redirect. It doesn't touch it. Flower has to go all the way back on her goal line, catch it, and clear it out. Snub is back for the defensive masterclass that she usually shows us. Snub, we've seen her on the pitch a couple times now. She secured a victory last month, getting herself $50 for a prize of the 2 tournament wins for the month of June. And we do have the other returning players too that have both won money and made several attempts at it. Pads, she was the first winner of our bounty systems, if I'm remembering my timelines correctly. It does get a little bit rocky once you've done 4 of these every single month for a few months. But Pads, our original winner, dominating for the month of May, and then June saw Snub, Daiquiri, and I'm forgetting last player. I'm gonna have to look at my records, but for now we're just gonna leave a question mark on that last one. As always, for any of this information, you guys can join the Discord server. We have a Google spreadsheet that'll show you all of the previous winners and people who secured the bounties, you know, who won the moolah. And then we do also have a Twitter account at Women's Weekly RL if you want to keep up with the action live. I know I do not have the internet capabilities presently to stream these matches live, but I do post the results right after we finish playing every Wednesday on Twitter. So if you want to keep up with that there, you can follow that account, or you know, just wait for it to come out on YouTube. I usually post on Saturday. You know, upload speed, if it's willing to work with me, that is the goal. But sometimes, you know, it takes 17 hours for me to upload an hour-long video, and yeah, sometimes I'm not done editing it in time. But anyways, enough with my jibber-jabbering. We have under a minute left, and it looks like, yep, Hawaiian Pizza are going to take a 3-goal lead with just 50 seconds remaining. That's a quick outplay by Mythra, getting it past the last defender, and that is going to be free and clear for them to sink into the back of the net. Now, Flopazumi, I know the players on this team, they have substantial skill and talent, so it's not like they are out of this yet. They have plenty of comeback potential in the next game. You know, this one is probably done and dusted for now, but definitely have an opportunity to take one back as we get into game number 2 next. So far, we're going to run out the clock, though, and see what Hawaiian Pizza can do, if they're going to add another one to the tally, or if Flopazumi can come back. That's a long clear from Flower into the corner. Snub flying out of nowhere to safely try to guide it out. And another block from Mythra is going to mean that that play is stalled. We have just under 5 seconds left. Can Flopazumi take a goal? No, Mythra, epic save on the goal line. It's going to pop into the corner. Has to stay grounded out to finish it. And that is Hawaiian Pizza taking the first. All right, game 2. Hawaiian Pizza have the advantage. They're up by 1. Flopazumi are going to be looking to equalize in this second game so that they can bring it to even, bring it to a best of 3 for the final games. Otherwise, they are going to have to try to come back with a reverse sweep against this formidable squad of talented players that we see on the pitch right now. Hawaiian Pizza, though, they're doing their best. They want to do this in a clean sweep. It'd be so beautiful if they were able to take out Flopazumi in 3. And they've got the pressure to do so early on. It's going to be Kazumi with the clear out the side. Flower receiving it. Quick pass into the middle. That's open, but somehow a save, a ping off the corner. Pads is going to clean it up, though. Put it into the top right. And that is the opening goal for Flopazumi. And that was a valiant effort from MV1. You could see she pinged it off of the sidewall at the very last second so that it popped out, but Pads positioned brilliantly, was able to sink it in anyways, and they come away with 1-0. That's Kazumi. High clear into the corner. Mythra has time to clear it there. It's going to be Pads. Pop into the middle. MV1 a little bit awkward on the back wall. She's going to bring it out into the corner. That demo means that Hawaiian Pizza are under pressure, and Flower, already up for the ball, puts it in from the heavens. That's going to be a little bit of mismanaged from MV1. It looks like she was trying to get the boost there, but she was on the wrong side of the ball. Whenever you are in defense, you want to put your car between the ball and your goal. Otherwise, you are leaving the opportunity open for the opposing team to score on you, and that is exactly what Flopazumi did. Now it's going to be a third. This is a scoring spree in the first minute and a half from Flopazumi. Pads with a fast pass off of the back wall. Flower there to follow up, and she puts it top shelf. Hard to defend that one at close range. Reaction time is just near impossible to adjust to. And it looks like Flopazumi, they're coming back with a vengeance from that first game. They didn't like losing it. We had Pads asking to confirm, is it a best of 5? And it looks like, you know, she's taking it seriously now. She saw that that was indeed the case, and she's like, hey, I'm not losing another one. But this is Hawaiian Pizza coming back. Snub doubling up on MV1. It's lucky she stays still there, or else the shot might have been taken away from our resident SSL tournament winner, as you can see with her tag on her profile. Snub always doing a lot of work for her team. She tends to be a defensive wall And, you know, it makes sense that she would do so because she is on one of the top teams in women's carball in the North American scene, contending for top 2 in some tournaments, if not that top 4 pretty consistently at this point. So, you know, she's one player that you can count on the pitch. She's going to be pretty consistent, pretty solid. And, you know, we have the equivalent on the other side in pads. We have good players all over the place, but, you know, those two are standout performers. And then we have our regulars like MV1 and Mythra. They're just so much of a veteran in Women's Weekly that, you know, we're used to seeing all how good they can perform, what kind of pop-off potential they have, and it can be high. So, you know, pretty even teams on both sides here. Oh, that was such a close shot from Hawaiian Pizza, but it didn't quite go in. Pinged out off to the side, and now it goes out into the midfield. MV1, she's gonna pop it up high, take her time. The demo means it's open, and the players cannot get back to it. Pads taken off the pitch, and that leaves MV1 an open net to try to put it in, and put it in she does. She secures that goal, and they are within 1 with 2 minutes 20 seconds remaining. Kickoff going the way of Hawaiian Pizza. Snub with a quick pop over the top of one challenging player. Pads is gonna shepherd it out into the corner, but that returns. It's awkward. Mythra getting a pass out into the middle. Snub, she misses that mid boost grab, and that is gonna stall her play for a moment, but we continue to see Hawaiian Pizza push. Now it's MV1 off the wall. She gets a past Pads. Quick challenge, but she was wise to it. Snub waiting there to receive the pass, but it doesn't quite go in the net. Now we have Kazumi, long clear out of the back. MV1 has to retreat all the way to be able to make a chance at that net. And now it's a breakaway for Mythra. She's moving down the sidewall. Flower gets the challenge. Kazumi cutting that into the middle, and Flower is there to get the demo, chasing the last player, getting 2 demos, and Pads, easy as you like. She's gonna bring the 4th into the net. That was a very clever play from Flower, just being an absolute savage, chasing down 2 of the Hawaiian Pizza players. And even we see a little bit of a quick chat burn, and looks like we have a request from the players to get a server change. We're gonna do that for them in between the games, but so far they are gonna soldier through. We do not have admin powers, so that means that, you know, we can't stop at mid-game and, you know, remake it for them. Just a little 50-50 on the goal line is going to mean that that is within 1 again. Hawaiian Pizza fighting back solidly. You know, based on what Pad said in the chat, though, maybe she's fighting some ping issues, but Flower doesn't seem to be having any problems because she is sinking it right and left, scoring menace against the Hawaiian Pizza squad. MV1 and Mythra both trying to get the save, and the miscommunication is going to cost them as it bounced out right into the middle, dropping in front of nets, and Flower will take that easy as you like. Now Snub in the back line. She has to avoid the demo from Flower. She's an absolute menace to this Hawaiian Pizza squad, and she's making sure that their lives are tough. It's going to be another demo in favor of Flopazumi with a long clear. MV1 has to get up early for the save. That's going to be another pop back into the middle. Mythra clearing it out, but thankfully there was no awaiting player from Flopazumi. It is going to remain on the blue half, however. That's cleared out by Snub, getting a pinch all the way into the orange half. Kazumi up early, trying to get a block. Pats has to deflect that away, and Mythra's taking her time. Looks like she's changed into the Mudcat for this game. She likes to change her car pretty often. And, you know, your guess is as good as mine most of the time of what car she's running. I can't tell. She has so many different ones. But it looks like with the 2-goal lead, Flopazumi are going to equalize the series and make this a barn burner. Now we just have to wait for the final second to run out. As soon as we do that, we will get a new server for these guys and get better ping. All right, game number 3 after we had a server reset. Coming into it, both teams have secured 1-game win, so we are tied up in this best of 5 series, and we have our players trying to make a go of it, seeing who's going to get the advantage moving into game number 4. So far, it looks like Hawaiian Pizza have a ton of pressure up against Flopazumi. Pads trying to deal with it, but MV1 is going to come away, trying to pass it into the middle. Flower almost getting the clear out, but that is back into the center, pings off the sidebar. And now it's Snub with a chance on net. It's looking like Mythra. She's playing it slow. Pop into the corner. Mythra trying to get another pass out into the middle. She gets a reset. Pads is going to stop her in her tracks, though, and Flower clears it away. Now it's Snub trying to make a play on this ball. Mythra, high pop into the center. She gets up quickly for it, but Pads passes it into the corner to a receiving Flower. We have a little bit of team play on the Flopazumi side. Flower doing her best to move this all the way into the blue half. She's going to steal the corner and receive the ball again, pop it out into the middle. She gets a bump on the back line. Kazumi has to retreat though, and that is open for Snub to ping off the back wall. Flower misreading the shot, and Mythra is going to put it right behind her for the first goal. My goodness. We have a lot of talk in chat, but you know, I'm just gonna gloss over that. If you guys want to read it, you can. Now we have another even play in the middle. MV1 trying to pop it up and take her time, but she misflips with the backflip, and it leaves it to Mythra to clear it out. Now it's a miss on the back line from Pads, and Mythra taking her second. Pads calling herself out with a great pass, thanks. Oh, my bad. It was actually Pads who popped it past Kazumi. Unfortunate from Flopazumi. They were put up such a strong showing in the last game. It looks like all that momentum has been killed, though, as they had to wait to restart game number 3 after the server change. So can they get their mojo back in this 3rd game? Or are they going to drop it to Hawaiian Pizza? That's a long clear out to the middle. You can see Snub going downfield. She tries to get a second touch on it, but it actually pings out into the corner. Pads with the close one, and Snub responds with oops. We have a lot going on in the player chat right now. Quick chat being used to its finest to express all that the players are feeling on the pitch right now. MV1, she's going to stop that in the midfield. Kazumi with the clear is blocked away by Mythra. Now it's Flower trying to move into the corner. Pads is going to get a high shot, but Snub is already in the way of it. And Mythra, high pop into the back wall. Kazumi misreads it. That's open, but Pads gets a clear, following it all the way to the side wall where Mythra gets a 50 with her. That's the second 50 from Mythra. Kazumi, fast clear, down into the side. It pings just wide of the net, or else that surely would have been a goal and brought Flopazumi within 1. Now it's Flower on the breakaway. We've seen this position before. She's handled it well. MV1 stands strong in the back line and lets her team get back in time to continue the play. Now it's Mythra down the line. Pads intercepts early. Kazumi following up on it. Tries to get a pass out into the middle, but patient is Snub as she clears it out into the corner. It's a long clear from MV1. Both Mythra and Snub are up for it. Mythra trying to get the read. She almost had that. If she had the nose of her car up a tiny bit more, I believe she would have secured that goal for her team. But because Flopazumi survive with a 2-0 deficit, they still got a lot of work to do with just under 2 minutes remaining. Hawaiian Pizza are going to retain the pressure. But as I say that, Kazumi clearing out into the corner. Mythra to save it away. Now we have a pop out into the center. Pads trying to get a follow-up. That is a shot on net, and it does sink into the goal for the first goal for Flopazumi. They bring it within 1 against Hawaiian Pizza in game number 3. It's just a nice lob over the top of the defenders, and Pads putting in work for her team. She is the one who asked for the server reset, so hopefully this one is treating her better than the previous, you know, allowing her to do all that she can to perform for her teammates. That's going to be a nice play from Snub, stopped on the goal line by Flower. Now we have MV1 in front of the goal. She gets the pass out into the center. It looks like the demo had cleared the way. Snub again playing patiently on the back line. She has plenty of boost, plenty of control to do so. and that is going to mean her team moving it down the line. Now we have a breakaway Kazumi, an opportunity to take a goal, but she is stopped by MV1. Off the back wall, it looks like Flower completely stopped. She might be disconnected, and a third is going to go in off of the confusion. I don't know what happened to Flower there. It looks like she's not moving. Oh, controller sabotage, she says. That is unfortunate. But like I said earlier, as I do not have admin privileges, we play on. You can see a lot of sympathy in the chat there from Mythra. She just says, oof. That's a fast clear. Snub up early, trying to get it on net. But so far, it is saved away. Pads stealing away the corner. Mythra trying to make something of this play. MV1 is going to have to take over. Into the center it goes. Pads makes a stop, and she is going to follow it up with a pinch out into the blue half, but it might be too little too late for Flopazumi. Looks like Hawaiian Pizza have taken game number 3, especially with this 4th goal, and they are going to come away with the advantage, forcing Flopazumi to win 2 games in a row if they want to take the tournament victory. They looked like they returned to their form briefly that they had in game number 2, but Hawaiian Pizza are just stronger. Game number 4, we continue to have some player banter in the chat, and it is Flopazumi that are going to have to overcome the odds to bring back this series for themselves. Flower doing her best to make it work so far. We have a demo on the goal line. It is in Hawaiian Pizza's favor, and that leaves a 2-on-1 moving towards the net. Pads makes the heroic save, though Snub was trying to make the physical play on her. Again, that ball moves safely into the corner. Kazumi trying to keep it there as Snub and others push it out. It's going to be MV1. She's taking it high, trying to pop it into the center. She gets it out, but there is no receiving player. And now Pads all the way down the line is going to take the open net as an opening was exposed. Looks like both Snub and Mythra try to go up to receive that pass, and off of the whiff from the pass, Pads just had a clear lane to make the goal. An early lead is certainly good for these players, but we have seen Hawaiian Pizza with great comeback potential, and Hawaiian Pizza are definitely not going to make it any easy for them. We see Snub just practically in free play with all of her movement around the pitch right now. She's showing everybody up and, you know, showcasing her class and style as a Rocket League player. Now Snub up early into the middle, gets one pop, follows with the second, and his Pads out to the side. It's off the ceiling, off the back wall. Fast pass to Flower. Flower putting a shot on, but Mythra was able to save it away. Now it's MV1 moving down the pitch. Pads is going to clear it out to the center. 2 in a waiting Snub. The wrong team was received there, but Flower is going to turn it around and move it towards the net. That's free for Kazumi. She just needs to put it on target, and she does so, sinking a second. Flopazumi have got 2 goals that have been unanswered by Hawaiian Pizza. It looks like the Phoenix squad is struggling out here for Hawaiian Pizza. You know, Mara is the sole octane as we see her now. But Hawaiian Pizza, they've come back multiple times already in the previous 3 games. So it is not entirely impossible for them to overcome this 2-goal deficit. That's going to ping off the crossbar. Kazumi with another shot high. Snub is going to take her time off the back wall, get a flick reset, and a 50 into the middle. This could be another pop. Pads getting the 50 right in the center line. And now this is an opportunity for a shot. It goes off the sidebar. Kazumi not able to follow up on it. That's going to be Snub. Pop out into the sidewall for herself. Loose ball goes into the blue corner, and now it's out into the middle for Flower. It's going to put it wide of the net, followed up with the second touch, throwing off Pads, and that ball, even though it hung in the front of the blue net for quite a while, Flopazumi were not able to sink it, and we remain at 2-0. It's a high pass. Flower getting the block. Snub up quickly. That's going to force a save out of Kazumi. She does manage to do so, moving it into the midfield. But that is going to be a call out from Mythra. Quickly, the tables have turned in favor of Hawaiian Pizza. Looks like Kazumi just missing her touch. She didn't have enough boost to follow up on with the second touch, and her teammates were not aware of that, leaving her out to dry, and Mythra takes advantage. It's going to be another save from Pads. She stands strong in the back line for her team. Flower being that offensive pressure, pushing upfield, and forcing Snub to make a clear out into the middle. That's going to be another save from Kazumi. Leaves Flower awkward, but she does adjust in time. It's a pinch out into the middle. This is dangerous for Flopazumi. Now Kazumi getting a long clear out the Flower. Follow up by Flower. And it's popped high above the net. Hawaiian Pizza making a push. Flower is going to intercept. It goes into the corner. She gets another into the middle. Pops off the sidebar. And again, the shot is just a tiny bit too wide to go in the nets. And Flopazumi remain with just a 1-goal lead. They don't need another goal, but it would certainly be comforting. And this is exactly why, as Snub equalizes with a quick outplay past 2 players. That's going to be, wow, that's quite a tricky flip onto the ball, I have to admit. And she is gonna bring her team to even in the final minute of this game. As a fake kickoff, it looks like Flower's controller sabotaged her once again. Mythra going to try to pass out into the middle, and now the breakaway from Flopazumi. Can Flower's controller stay live long enough for them to take this game, or will they fall due to technical issues? That's going to be a high pop into the middle. Pads has to make the save away. Mythra is going to block it. That's MV1 on the retreat. She's too far away from the ball to be able to get anything, and that is going to be a third from Pads. She's putting on the pressure for Hawaiian Pizza. Flower with the pass out off of the sidewall that was very cleverly played, and it looks like Kazumi backing off at the last second to allow her teammate to get that. Just great plays all around from the team. It looks like it looks like they're getting their synergy down, and you love to see it, as you know is usually the case with this tournament. We have Flower missing the open net shot. Oh, see, I'm not sure if it's controller issues on that one. I believe she was just a tiny bit frustrated on her lack of securing the goal. And it looks like Mythra, she's got an opportunity, a goal down the other end, and it's just pain on the Flopazumi side. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm going to give them the full goal replay to try to mentally reset here. I don't know how much that is going to work, but hopefully Flower can hold on through this game. They have to win this one, or Hawaiian Pizza are going to take the series. We have 10 seconds left. It's even for all. Awkward play in the back. Flower manages to get the clear, but now it's out to MV1. Off the sidewall we go. Pads has a final opportunity. Snub is going to ground it, and we are in OT. Now this is about as close as you could get between these two teams. Pads with a high pop onto the nets. MV1 gets up early to block it. That's going to be Snub. Awkward in the back. Pads trying to get it past her. Snub managing to save it away, but now it's going to move down the other end. Flower. Issues have been plaguing her this whole time. That's a bar down shot. Mythra fakes it, and that's going to leave it open for everyone. Oh my goodness. Snub and Pads leave immediately. Oh my goodness, the players are out of here, and Mythra with the clutch play, followed up by MV1 to take the win. It was very well played from all the ladies on the pitch, ending in a 3-1 in favor of Hawaiian Pizza. And you know, you just can't get much better ending than that. That was great Rocket League at the end of the day, you know, and it perfectly summarizes pretty much everybody's regular Rocket League play, where you can have peaks, you can have valleys, and then you can have tech issues, whether it's from Rocket League's fault or your own. But that is going to do it.